Welcome to the Wonder With Me podcast, where I, Dr. Tonia Winchester, invite you to get curious with me about all things mind-body healing, especially how we can unlock the incredible healing power of our unconscious minds, so that we can all get out of stress mode and go back into healing mode. We'll talk about how you can easily create healthy, sustainable self-care habits so that you can calm your mind, sleep deeply, wake rested, and enjoy happy, energized days. Ultimately, so that you can make a bigger difference in your well-being and that of your family and the world around you. These casual chats are for educational purposes only and don't constitute a therapeutic relationship. With all that said, let's get this episode underway. Come wonder with me. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Wonder With Me podcast. I am your hostess, Dr. and/or Coach Tonia Winchester, and this is episode number 22, learning all about the treasure chest that you have inside of you and how you can access it. So if you've ever wondered why you're still stuck in the same patterns, habits, uncomfortable situations, overwhelming experiences, and it feels maybe like you're just running on autopilot sometimes, like you're not actually in control of what you're doing and how you're behaving, something is keeping you stuck going through those same motions, keeping you stuck in those same ruts with the same triggers, the same behavior patterns. So in this episode, we're going to dive deeply into why this is, why, despite all the things that you know, because I know you're a smart cookie, you feel still stuck in these old patterns, and you'll discover the answer to break through whatever it is that you're trying to overcome, whether that's something in your health, your life, or your relationships. Now, in this episode, I mention the word women. I say the women I help, and I wanted to make sure I included in this prelude that I help all the peoples. I don't just help women, I help all the peoples, no matter how they identify. I'm happy to help people who are looking for the specific type of help that I offer. Just one other thing to bear in mind as you're listening, this is an episode that I recorded previously, remastered now as best as I can to have it sound as clear as possible. I hope you get a lot out of it. With all of that being said, let's get into it. Let's get wondering. Why everything you need is inside you and why sometimes you can't get there alone. Glinda the Good Witch says, "You've always had the power to go back to Kansas." Dorothy, "I have?" Scarecrow, "Then why didn't you tell her before?" Glinda, "Because she wouldn't have believed me. She had to learn it for herself." This scene is from the 1939 classic movie The Wizard of Oz. After a long, treacherous journey struggling to overcome blocks to their goals, the group of misfit travelers finally meet the wizard. They hope that he will remedy all of their perceived deficits, but they discover that actually everything they needed to be who they wanted to be was inside them the entire time. And the same is true for you. Everything that you need to succeed and live a life that lights you up is already inside you. Now, if you've ever failed at anything or not reached a goal or struggled to find joy and peace in any given moment, then you know this might seem like a myth. If everything you need is inside you, why are you still stuck? Perhaps you've done years of counseling, but you still find yourself in the same uncomfortable patterns, same overwhelming situations, and same underwhelming relationships. Or maybe you've tried meditation or guided visualizations with the purpose of listening to that little voice inside you, but you end up more confused than when you began. And how can that be helpful? What are you supposed to do with that? This audio will show you what's blocking you from actually tapping into your own master and wizard inside you. Now, by inside, I mean within your unconscious mind. The trouble with this deep part of you is that you're not aware of it. It's very cleverly named, and this cleverly named unconscious part of you is the most powerful driver you have access to. But its very nature of being under the surface is how it can keep you stuck. For a lot of us, it's running on autopilot, keeping us going through the motions of the same old ruts, triggers, and behaviors. Your unconscious mind is also your tool for breaking through whatever you're trying to overcome. You just need to learn to work with it. Stop for a minute and consider this. Who is reading these words? Please know as you're listening that when I just said reading, I mean listening. Okay, let's carry on. Who is breathing for you? Who is growing your hair? Now, of course, in all three of these examples, it's you, but it's the part of you that's so deep down inside your mind that it's beyond your critical faculty. The critical faculty is also called the reticular activating system. The easiest way to think about the critical faculty is it being a neural network, so a group of neurons, nerve cells, that are sort of a barrier between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. One of the jobs of the critical faculty is to help us determine what's real and what's imagined. So it's the part of us that cares to discern what's actually happening. Even if you knew everything that there was to know about growing hair, from the nutrients needed to the enzymatic processes involved, to the structure of each hair follicle, you wouldn't be able to grow your hair or stop it from growing at will, would you now? No, of course not. It's all happening below the surface in the unconscious mind, where all change, all learning, all habits, and all healing happens. And I'm going to say that again. Your unconscious mind is the place where all change, learning, habits, and healing happens. It's like the powerful tools that you need to unlock your exceptional life are buried in a treasure box deep inside your mind. All you need to do is find it, dig it up, and unlock it. Easy, right? To find buried treasure, first you'll need a map, next a digging tool, and lastly a key. Inside the box is a pile of glowing, sparkly jewels in the form of values, perspectives, beliefs, and skills that you need to get everything that you want out of life. But the problem is the treasure box is protected by a terrifying and aggressive guard dog and a barbed wire fence, which, by the way, is a metaphor for your critical faculty. Now, as fun as this analogy is, let's bring it back to why this is important to you. What does this have to do with you and reaching your goals? The truth is there's a lot happening in your unconscious mind that is being kept from you for a reason, a higher purpose or intention. That could be safety or protection or even peace. When you go digging for this stuff on your own, you're blocked by the guard dog and the fence. You're shut out to keep yourself safe, and it doesn't matter if you have the shovel or the key. And this is why it can be really hard to make necessary changes on your own. You need a guide to get past these barriers. So if you've been walking around in circles, like a lot of my clients have been, trying to figure out why you can't ever overcome your burnout and get on with your joyful, successful life, that must exist for you, right? Then maybe you need a helpful guiding companion who can give you a different set of tools. Maybe you need a new up-to-date map, an excavator instead of a shovel, or a fob instead of a rusty old key. Neurolinguistic programming practitioners and coaches can override all of these obstacles by using subtle verbal and non-verbal language patterns to speak directly to the unconscious mind, the treasure box, and bypass the critical faculty, the fence, and the guard dog, unlocking the power, the treasure, that already exists within you. When I guide clients through a personal breakthrough process, we change the map by clearing negative emotions and traumas from the past. For the women who I help overcome burnout and anxiety, this changes how they filter and experience the world. We swap out the digging tool by recoding limiting beliefs to positive, self-affirming ones that really get the job done. Lastly, we find the exact key that helps them connect to joy, to peace, and to pleasure in the present moment, all of the treasure inside the box. No longer are they looking outside on themselves for success, but are reunited with their own internal goldmine. Safely, easily, effortlessly. It all emerges from within, the discovery of and connection to everything they need. And this is their new, regular way of being in the world. To learn more or to apply for your own personal breakthrough, head on over to toniawinchester.com/breakthrough. I'd be happy to help you find your own treasure inside of you. Thanks for listening. Take good care. Hey, thanks for wondering with me today. If you've got something good out of this, then please forward this episode along to the people who you know could benefit. Be sure to subscribe, and if you're really keen, you leaving us a rating and review helps us to help more people, so thank you in advance for that. If you're wanting more insights about how you can leverage the power of your unconscious mind to go back into healing mode, head on over to toniawinchester.com, where you'll find my book, Breakthrough the Insomnia Cycle, and other helpful ideas. Thanks again, and we'll connect on the next episode of the Wonder With Me podcast. In the meantime, may you choose to make all of your dreams come true.